All right, welcome back. We are going to be working on setting up the settings screen next. I know we talked about going into the actual like gameplay or maybe making the level editor next, but I realized that I need to work on settings because that's going to be a requirement for everything else pretty much. So settings it is. The first ticket in here, or issue I guess, that I've created is navigate from the title screen to the settings screen. So let's go ahead and do that. To get that done, let's see. We are going to need a loader for the settings screen. And then when we get, let's see, input handler, we have this for like the handle controller input. I think we also want, what is this going to be? I think it's just mainly a loader that's listening, right? Yeah, okay, so select level, title screen, credits. Yeah, we're going to want to then load the credit scene. So we're going to want a new file, and let's call this a settings. I guess it's just settings. So this is going to be a setting loader. Not sure what we need to store in it yet, so we'll just sort of keep off of that for right now. And this does mean that I'm also starting to think that maybe I should use. Do I want to use? I don't know if I want to use a trait for this, even though it's load, so that way I don't like forget to use load here. It's the same so far for everything down here. Think it might be best to use a trait just for myself, just to make sure I don't like somehow miss this. So I'm gonna put a trait at top. We're gonna have a trait loader. And we see here that it's just gonna have a function load. Let's take a mutable reference to self just in case. And then we also notice that we have the world and a context. So our world with the mutable access to the world, and a context, which is a mutable reference to a context. And it's going to return a result with nothing in it. And that's what that's going to be. So that means now you're a world. Okay. Okay, what that means is I can implement that for each of these things. We should also be able to now for our loader manager, we're gonna have settings, and this is gonna be a settings loader. All right, so that's stored away, and then we are going to want to be able to call settings with this load on it. Hello, Chantilly Cake. How are you doing this morning? So we can do self dot settings dot load. We'll pass in the world and the context. Awesome. That's great to hear. Okay, now it's just yelling at me because it doesn't exist yet, but we can fix that really quickly by impl loader for settings loader. And here we go. Okay, so we can just return okay like that. And then that suddenly just makes this happy, I believe. Well, except I need a comma instead of a semicolon, but besides that, yeah, it's happy. Now, if I want to come into these other ones and implement the trait for it, what is this? This is the select level loader. Then we have this load. We're gonna take you and move you in here. And then it's like pretty much just happy. And we can do the same thing with title screen. Okay, we don't have load there, and everything else is fine. All right, so we're still good here, and that means that we can go to settings and actually just make sure we're doing the stuff now. So with settings, we want, if we take a look, so this is gonna be unfortunately a little bit bright. Let me see if I can. It's on this screen, so I can't stop it. So it's gonna be bright for a second. I'm gonna reduce its size down. All right, moved it over to that screen. Okay, so smaller amount. Here's what we have for settings. So to make sure that we know that it is settings, I just want maybe like this top text with settings on it, and maybe like a bar below it. And I think that's all I would care about in this case. So I want to create that top text. Where would that be? We want to probably sort of create, and it's not going to change ever. So let's create the text. That would not be in this impl. That would now be in this other impl. Might need the context. I think I need the context. Yeah, I do, for like the size, to set the size and the fonts and all that stuff. Oh, and I need the world too. So I need all the things. So in this case, we're going to return a text. All right, so let's start by creating the text fragment. So this is going to be so then you're just going to be settings. Now, what can we do with this? Sort of set the color. It's gonna be white. We're gonna have a font, which is just gonna be the default, which means I think I can set it, like keep it off. But we're also gonna have a scale. Now, to get the scale, we need to use another function to get title font size. Wait, do I have this in a helper? I think I created helpers and I completely forgot that I had. Yes, because I have this get resources and helpers to get this F32, and I just give the name and oh, so that's perfect. So I don't need to like create a function for this. just remember the functions that I have. So in here, we're going to say let font size equal to. So this is a get F32. Okay, so pass in a reference to the world, and then the name. So this can be the resource names. Font size. Oh no, title font size. I guess, does it give me a default? That doesn't seem to. Oh, it's because it's using the. Yeah, there's no error. Okay, so then we can here do a scale. So I think we need a scale uniform, and then we give it a font size. All right, what else? And I think that's it. Okay, so that gives us a text fragment, which means we can now return the text created from this. So we're going to turn in OK, text, and give it this text fragment. So then the first thing we do in here is we can grab the title. I guess it's just the title. And set this equal to self.create text, pass in a reference to the world and the context. Then once I have that, I want to load this into the world. So this is going to be a function, insert. Now insert into world. We're going to have like, I guess, insert the main text in the world. How do I want to do this? Because there's going to be potentially a lot of things onto the settings page. Not as many as some of the other stuff, but certainly more than we've done so far in this project. I suppose this could all be together in here too. Maybe we should do that. We return just nothing. We don't care about you. We just call you, so create the text. So that means let our text. So it's really a title. Okay, so create title. So we have the font size, we have the text. This is going to be the title fragment. That title equals text new, and that title fragment. Okay, so we have this text now. Why are you upset? Oh, because you need one more inside. Okay, so we have that. Now what we need to do is we need to get a position for it too. Okay, so the position equals a point new. Now I want to put this into the center of the screen on the horizontal axis and pretty much very near the top, on the top side. So let's get our, it's not drawable size, it's screen coordinates. And then for our X, we can get the screen coordinates dot width divided by 2. That's the center. And then we want to subtract this by half of the title width. So title dot width 32 divided by 2. Okay, so that should put it into the center. And then for the y, I just want this to go, like, if I set this as like 5 down, what would that give us? How would that look? Let's see, so that gives us the point here. So if we do a spawn entity, with context, oh, because question mark. With component, okay, so component names. Component names has navigate to? That seems wrong. I don't think component names is supposed to have navigate to. If I remove you, what breaks? Oh, you're oh, because like I need to know. Handle select. Query that it is a navigate to and where it's navigating to. Got it. I do need it. Okay, hold on. All right, so back to you. What was I doing? Okay, so we need a position. Okay, so with position as ref, then our data is going to be this position. We have component names. It's not selectable. It's not selected, but we do have text for it. And that's going to be the title. We could have a text fragment, but this is never going to change. So I don't actually need to give it the text fragment. So that's it. Okay, so then this spawns that entity. What's next? You are upset. Oh, yeah, I don't need error context. What else? World, okay, you need to be mutable. So we can just pass you in. Okay, so this works. I guess the question is, have I hooked it up where it works? Let's find out. Okay, so we can go down, we hit settings. Oh, and we get here to settings. All right, perfect. So, come here so we can navigate from the title screen to the settings screen, and then a sound plays when navigating to the settings screen. So I think that I heard that. Let's go down to settings. Yep, we definitely do. So that is this issue done. And I think what I'm going to try to do is tie, like if issues are a little bit less than like one full stream, I'll cut off the video and we'll tie it to the next one. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the